Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the celebrity controversies that caused an immediate media frenzy.
I gotta go to the
Twitter
machine.
machine.
Let's find us
What
some
just
Do you
Twitter.
guys know what just happened with the Oscars?
Number 10. Ariana Grande licks a donut. It started like a bad joke. A pop star walks into a donut shop, but Ariana Grande's late-night trip to a small California shop managed to inspire outrage from all sides.
And then she was like, I just need a donut professional.
Her juvenile and unsanitary licking of a donut on a display tray was bad enough. But then, seeing a tray of desserts, she decided to say she hated America, seemingly without context. Grande had to explain that she was making some incisive commentary about America's eating habits.
Reacted in a way that I feel like wasn't necessary, to say the least, but also just wasn't me at all. I apologize for my poor choice of words and for my behavior.
It was too little, too late. The donut licking scandal saw the Thank You Next singer angering everyone, from patriotic Americans to small donut shop owners.
Marin says he filed a report with the sheriff's department.
She licked 2 of them and she spit 2. So that's 4 donuts. Why didn't she pick those? And I'm surprised she didn't lick or spit on her donuts that she got.
Number 9. What goes down in an elevator?
We woke up and saw that people had posted a video of us. And I was like, uh-oh, no.
It was the CCTV footage leak heard round the world. There was more to unpack, analyze, and theorize about than an episode of Twin Peaks. Why was Solange Knowles, recording artist and sister to Beyoncé, attacking Jay-Z in the elevator? Why was Beyoncé not interfering? Was it real or was it staged for an upcoming album cycle?
In my mind, Beyonce didn't get in the middle because Solange was probably attacking him over something that he knows he was dead wrong about, and therefore, sister didn't get in the middle.
Entertainment journalists and denizens of the internet descended on it like a feast of drama and intrigue. While the prevailing wisdom that Jay-Z had been unfaithful to Beyoncé did turn out to be true, the storm of rumors and innuendo surrounding the footage was a media circus all on its own.
Who has the best theory of what happened? Anybody?
I don't think anybody does, but let's make up our own.
Right.
It's much more exciting.
Right.
Number 8. Hashtag Free Britney. Starting in 2007, the media made Britney Spears' mental health issues a perennial punchline.
Nobody was talking about mental health when Britney Spears was going through all of that stuff in public. The conversation was about what was wrong with her.
It was the impetus for her father Jamie's decision to place her under conservatorship in 2008. In the years afterward, the situation received some attention, but it wasn't until information raising concerns about the conservatorship was leaked in 2019 that fans called foul.
Anytime there's that amount of money to be made, you have to question the motives of everyone close to that person, especially if they are putting her in a position where she cannot make decisions without checking with somebody.
Britney Spears' immediate family came under fire for alleged abuses of her limited power under the conservatorship. Within weeks, the hashtag Free Britney phenomenon went from fan conspiracy to an actual movement. Even Spears' friends, relatives, and industry colleagues got involved on her behalf. After a lengthy court case in 2021, Britney Spears was finally free to manage her own finances.
My voice was muted and threatened for so long, and I wasn't able to speak up or say anything. And because of you guys and the awareness of kind of knowing what was going on and delivering that news to the public for so long, you gave it awareness.
Number 7. Jussie Smollett's staged attack. On a cold Chicago night in January 2019, news reports emerged that Empire actor Jussie Smollett had been the victim of a hate crime.
Why do you think you were targeted? I can just assume. I come really, really hard against 45. I come really, really hard against his administration.
Hollywood luminaries, politicians, and fans expressed their disgust and called for justice on social media. But even then, some people expressed some concern over some details of the story. Smollett accused his skeptics of being as racist and homophobic as his alleged attackers.
How can you doubt that? Like, how do you not believe that? It's the truth. And then it became a thing of like, oh, it's not necessarily that you don't believe that this is the truth. You don't even want to see the truth.
Then things started to unravel quickly. Weeks later, two brothers revealed that Smollett had paid them to stage the attack. Smollett was convicted of filing false police reports in 2021.
There's no humor in what you did whatsoever, all because you're selfish, arrogant, narcissistic. At least you have that side in you that came out through this case, and you kept doubling down and doubling down and doubling down. It's not funny.
Number 6. Mel Gibson's Anti-Semitic rant. Being pulled over for a suspected DUI is bad enough for any actor's reputation. Mel Gibson took what would have been a scandal all on its own and made it exponentially worse.
It's not a question of how drunk you are or you're impaired. Your judgment is impaired enough to do insane things.
He launched into a strange anti-Semitic tirade, the details of which were released with the arrest report. His drunken ramblings became the subject of a massive controversy. Gibson acknowledged he said these things, but that he himself is not anti-Semitic.
We have a world in which alcohol is used to excuse behavior.
It's always, alcohol is used to kill pain, and it is no excuse, by the way. It's not a good enough excuse.
Gibson's career was negatively impacted, though enough people forgave him for him to eventually come back. Still, it wasn't the last time he landed in the news for an offensive outburst.
He's in serious legal jeopardy. I'm sure that his defense attorney is saying to him, "You may not speak."
Number 5. Charlie Sheen's firing. This is one celebrity scandal that just keeps getting wilder.
How can anyone believe that you will stay clean, given your track record?
I'm not interested in what people believe. I'm interested in what I believe, and I believe in the truth. And that's what rules me.
Actor Charlie Sheen was dealing with substance use disorder in early 2011. A stint in rehab ended production early on the current season of his long-running sitcom 2.5 Men. Soon, he would be making an enemy of show creator Chuck Lorre, as well as telling the world he had tiger's blood in him and was let go from his starring role. This all happened within the span of 2 months.
I think some of those things that you're putting out there are making people think something's wrong with you.
That has nothing to do with me, really. I mean, they're entitled to, I suppose, interpret stuff as they must.
It was his defensive and outlandish answers to Andrea Canning's questions during an interview on Good Morning America that created the most waves. Sheen's appearance on the program spawned several memes and catchphrases.
I'm by winning. I win here and I win there. Now what?
Number 4. Ellen is mean.
How was the party? I wasn't invited.
Actually, no, that's not the truth, Ellen. You were invited.
Dakota Johnson was just the beginning. Though rumors had been around for years, it all hit the fan in 2020. Ellen DeGeneres and her talk show were the subject of a tidal wave of accusations about a toxic environment on set.
Meaning Ed is her dog.
Like her attack dog.
Her attack dog, so therefore she doesn't need to do that. He took the role of being the attack dog that she didn't have to now be the attack dog, so she didn't have to yell.
Between DeGeneres' frosty treatment of staff and guests, the producer's misconduct, and allegations of harassment, the host's squeaky clean, dance-happy persona was shattered. Even her on-air apology rang hollow.
This is me, and my intention is to always be the best person I can be. And if I've ever let someone down, if I've ever hurt their feelings, I am so sorry for that.
The call to replace her was swift and merciless, but the show went on for 2 more seasons. The Ellen Show aired its last episode in 2022. Number 3. College admissions scandal.
Most students who want to go to college could find a college to go to. The problem is, far too many students want to go to the same colleges.
A bunch of rich parents falsifying their kids' school records to get them into the best universities is a big enough story. Once we found out Desperate Housewives star Felicity Huffman and Lori Loughlin, Full House's Aunt Becky herself, were involved, it became a feeding frenzy. The scandal involved an FBI investigation that targeted wealthy parents who had paid a fixer to bribe college officials and beef up their children's academic achievements.
I've created this kind of side door in because with the back door, there's no guarantee. They're just going to give you a second look. My families want a guarantee.
As more details emerged, internet outrage grew. Huffman and Loughlin were just 2 of the celebrities, executives, and even CEOs who served a few months in jail and paid some fines for their crimes.
This story was a perfect opportunity to see how rich people live
and the realities of the system being exposed. And so there's something incredibly refreshing to have just a little bit of justice being served.
Number 2, Oscar slap. When it happened, many people thought it might be a bit.
Was this staged?
I hope
I thought it was, but now I'm like...
Oscars presenter Chris Rock had just made a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith's alopecia, and Will Smith came up on stage and smacked him. Even when Smith doubled down by warning him to keep his wife's name out of his mouth, it still seemed too crazy to be real. Smith would go on to win the Best Actor Oscar the same night, but it was completely overshadowed by this incident. By the end of the night, it was all anyone was talking about.
He said, "Did he really hit you?" And he looked at me and he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "I just took a punch from Muhammad Ali, as only Chris can." He was immediately, in joke mode, but you could tell that he was very much still in shock.
The slap was analyzed and critiqued from every possible lens. Smith was banned from further ceremonies for 10 years and resigned his membership to the Academy.
This is a community. It's like I won because you voted for me, and it really breaks my heart to have stolen and tarnished your moment.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1, Janet Jackson's halftime mishap. It was the wardrobe malfunction to end them all. Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake were performing at the 2004 Super Bowl halftime show. When Timberlake went to tear away a piece of Jackson's costume, he tore away more than was intended, and America got an eyeful.
He was to take and rip the piece off that he did.
The leather piece.
Right, but more came off than what was supposed to.
The moral outrage was immediate. Lawsuits were threatened, formal apologies were issued, and FCC fines were sure to come.
People were mad.
And with a potential fine of $27,500 for each CBS station, that could cost CBS millions.
Despite all the complaints lobbed at the NFL and the network, most of the vitriol was curiously pointed at Jackson. CBS's parent company, Viacom, blacklisted Jackson's music, and her career suffered a hit as a result.
Like I said, friendship is very important to me, and certain things you just don't do to friends.
Which of these controversies do you remember going down live? Tell us in the comments.
Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.